Okay, boys and girls, we're gonna practice with some commas. And we have a page called Crazy for Commas, because we are crazy for commas. Who's crazy for commas? Well, just some people are crazy for commas. Oh, everybody's crazy for commas today. So we have a paper, and it's got different sections on it. So I'm going to explain the different sections of our Crazy for Commas. So the first thing that I want the boys and girls to do is to write their name where it says Crazy for Commas, so I know whose paper belongs to who. So everybody did that? Very good. Now, the first thing that we worked on was commas in a list. Who remembers what are the rules for commas in a list? Evelyn? What do we do when we have a list?
We do commas, and then when we get to the last word, we add and before we write the word.
Yes, we have and. You are right. Okay, so we write and before the last object. So let's look, it says John's favorite things. Let's read our directions. It says write 3 sentences using John's favorite things. Remember to separate the objects in the sentence with commas and write and before the last object. Then write one of your sentences with 3 objects. For example, John used a red, comma, yellow, comma, and green crayon to draw his picture. That's the example sentence for the last sentence. So we need to write 3 sentences using John's favorite things. Now these are the picture of John's favorite things. Then you need to write a sentence of your own with your own objects about John. So how many sentences would we have here? All together, Logan? No, we don't have 3 sentences.
1,
No. Olivia?
4.
You end up with 4 sentences. The first 3 sentences use these objects. The first 3 use these objects. Then you write a sentence about John using objects of your own. Objects of your own. Let's write a sentence together using 3 of these objects. Who has a sentence using these objects? Who can help me? Santiago?
John likes apple, comma.
Okay, John likes, thank you for putting the comma in. John likes apples, remember to write small. Apples, comma,
Banana,
bananas, comma,
and strawberries.
and strawberries. And I should end that with a
Period.
period. Okay, that's sentence number 1. That is my first sentence. I'm going to put a number 1 in front of it. Now you need sentence number 2, sentence number 3, and sentence number 4. So now I have used, we've used the apple, we've used the banana, and we've used the strawberry. You can't use those again. So now you've got 6 more objects you're going to do the sentence for. You have to write smaller than that. You won't get all your sentences. So now you're going to do your next sentence. Yes. Well, now you got to write a sentence with the next 3 objects. And then another 3 objects. Then you write a sentence about John with 3 of your own objects. 3 objects of your own choosing, yes.
do them out of order?
Yes, they don't have to be in the order that they are there in the picture. They can be in any order, not necessarily in the order of the picture. Okay? Okay, now remember to put in your commas to make sure you're using capitals where you need them. Okay, now I'm going to stop you and I want to go to the dates one and you're going to be able to go back. I'm going to let you have time, you'll have time to go back. Okay, boys and girls? So everybody look at the page where it says, what's the date? Yes,
Do we cut these out when we finish?
when we're all finished with the whole book, we will.
Thing?
The whole thing. It says, what's the date? So let's read our directions. It says, read each question. Draw a small picture in each box illustrating the date. Write the month, the date, and year in the box as well. Then write 4 sentences about each of the events, including the date. Don't forget your commas. So our first thing, our first box, so I'm going to draw a box so we can see this. So I have a box here. And my first box says, when will we celebrate Independence Day this year? So when did we celebrate Independence Day? What was the date of Independence Day? Yes, Allison. July 4th, 2020. So in the bottom of the box, we're going to write the date. We're going to write in the bottom because we have to draw a picture. We're going to write July 4th, comma, 2020. And then in the top of it, we're going to write, or we're going to draw a picture to go with July 4th. What would be a good picture? Yes?
American flag.
You could do an American flag. What else could you draw?
You can draw fireworks.
I'm doing fireworks. Okay, so I'm doing fireworks. That's my version of fireworks up in the sky. Okay? I did a simple picture. You don't have to color them. Is that what you were going to ask me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, you're going to do that for all 4 of those boxes. When is Christmas Day this year? When is Christmas Day? Everybody should know this date. Rosie? December 25th, 2020. So our next date, I'm just going to write it December, D-E-C-E-M-B-E-R, 25th, 2020. Weren't the months of the year on our spelling list?
Yeah.
So we should all know how to spell December, okay? So then you draw, write it small, and then you're going to do something that is, you could draw a Christmas tree. With a star on the top. Whatever you want to draw for a Christmas tree, okay? when is Halloween this year? When was Halloween? Logan?
October 30th,
Not the 30th.
31st,
31st.
2020.
Okay? So then we would say October 31st, 2020. And then you could draw something for
Pumpkin.
Halloween. You could draw a pumpkin. Okay, you draw your pumpkin. And then you draw when you were born. That's everybody else, that would be up to you. You write your birth date on there. And you could draw a birthday cake. Okay, yes,
You probably know all our birthdays right there.
yes.
My
But you gotta do
birthday
your year. Okay, so you need to put your birthday. So now you're gonna have to write a sentence to go with each of the dates, yes.
Would it be the year you were born or this year?
The year you were born. Because it says, when were you born?
Yeah, 2020.
Because otherwise it would say, when is your birthday this year? And it's asking, when were you born? So I think that's what it's asking you. Okay? So now, boys and girls, now we have to write a sentence. And we'll write one example sentence. Somebody give me an example sentence using July 4th, 2020. I need a July 4th, 2020 sentence. Allison.
We celebrate Independence Day on July 4th, 2020.
Yes. Okay, that's good. We celebrate, we'll say we celebrated because it passed. We celebrated Independence Day INZEPEND. Okay, now, then you're gonna have to have a sentence for December 25th, 2020, and one for October 31st, 2020. Okay, yes, Rosie.
We celebrate birthday on December 20th.
Yes, it's gonna have to be your own sentence though. Okay, yes,
Can I sharpen my pencil?
yes. So that will be your own sentence. Now, boys and girls, we are going to also, let's look at the city and state one on famous American birthplaces. It says, check out this map to see where each of these famous Americans were born. Then write 4 sentences that include famous Americans' name and birthplace. Don't forget the comma between the city and state. Last, write the city and state where you live. So we have Bill Gates, Barack Obama, Babe Ruth, and Abraham Lincoln. So what could be a sentence we could write about Bill Gates and where he was born? What are we going to say about Bill Gates and where he was born? Yes, Gabe. Seattle, Washington. Did you say Seattle, comma, Washington? Yes. So that is going to be our sentence for here. So we're going to say Bill Gates was born in Seattle, comma, Washington. Period. That is how we're going to do that. And that's how we're going to do the rest of them. Okay? Do we understand what we're going to do? Now we will continue this. We'll continue working till we finish.